Greetings and welcome back to this extreme playthrough series of Distant Worlds Universe. Alright, when we left last time we just had a look at the Haakonish homeworld and they have next to nothing on it, which means they're out and about trying to invade other stuff. They picked up all the troops and they're out and about trying to get some more territory. The timing is perfect right now to come in and grab that homeworld. They don't have much on it at the moment. They do have planetary defense units, which is kind of troublesome. They got a fair few of them too. But they have next to no military. They got some population. Yeah, population is going to be the big one. They got 17 billion here, so they're going to be able to supplement themselves with a lot of population. So basically, I need like basically twice the troops I have right now, at least. I got about 1,000 on this transport fleet. And we got some more building, but bringing it up, I'm guessing this might be about 1,200 strength total, so I kind of need another fleet like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 or 7 more transports. I'm going to build those. Oh, here we go. I guess I might as well build them here. Put 8 in that one. Military. And we'll go new fleet. Now I have this one called the shuttle fleet. I just might actually rename that back to assault fleet. Or invasion fleet. So I'll call this the second invasion. And this will be the first invasion. Not sure why I renamed this. But no big deal. Alright, now troop loadouts. Well, we certainly don't need that. Although, we do need lots of special forces on the first fleet that drops in. But definitely this isn't what I want, so let's bring that down to 10%. We want this way up. 21, so we'll bring that down. Say 40, bring that up to 50. 44, 16, and 4. That sounds pretty good. So 50, 40, and 10. We'll do the same thing with the first invasion. 50, 40, and 10. Okay, so we'll do that same thing with that fleet there. Okay, so get that going, and we should make sure we're building lots of troops at help you. And we're still building the last bunch I queued up, so I guess we'll just leave those go. And then hopefully by the time they're done, we'll have our special forces researched and we'll be able to get better special forces for that drop. Now, there's nothing saying that they're going to replenish those troops either, so we got to be ready for that as well. But I think that's definitely going to be my first target. Let's just see how they feel about us. Yeah, they're pretty angry, so you know what? Screw you. You're what we call next. Yeah, try and get some Empire stuff going here. I mean, this pirate stomping is just a lot of rinse and repeat, unfortunately. Although that battle was quite interesting. There was a lot of ships in there. And even our 35 fleet was struggling, but nobody was focused. Everybody was out firing on their own targets. Okay, and we got our Freedom Fleet refueling. Second assault. Okay, and you are moving to first assault's what I'm looking for. Hang on. Okay, so it looks like you're refueled. I want to retrofit this fleet. I don't think I did it already, did I? No. So let's retrofit those. Okay, so what have I got out here as far as strike forces and all that kind of good stuff? Oh, and we'll just go through the fleets here quickly. Uh-oh. Resupply ship under attack. At Chad. Okay, I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. You must. Oh, you're not built yet. You're still building those. Okay. First, second strike force. Let's go to see where you are. Okay. You're all fueled up and ready to go. Let's see what targets are in the area. Anything? Oh, there's one up there. It's just a mining station, so we'll do that. Third strike force. Where are you? Find you a target. Wow, nothing in the area. Wow, there's a ton of targets. Wow, this isn't a very efficient way to do this, but wow. Oh, there's a couple up there. There's space ports, though. I don't know whether I want to do that with this particular fleet. It's a space port. Ah, there's a mining station, so you guys go do that. Okay, fourth strike force, where are you? You're heading for something. Oh, I am thinking I might just unbase you and go use you to do something else. So let's just do that. And we'll take the automation off and we'll see what targets are in this area. Oop, looks like something there. Gambler's Cove. What is that? It must be a space port. No, don't worry about these. These little strike forces are more for doing mining stations and stuff like that. Seeing what else is in the area. Looks like we got a bunch of stuff over here, but those are ports again. There's a fair bit of stuff up there, so maybe we'll just send them up there to start. Oh, first strike force. Oh no. Where's the first strike force, and what did I have you doing? Okay, that's fine. Third strike force is what I'm looking to put to work. No, fourth strike force. That's the one. Don't mind me while I try and get all this sorted out. Amber's Hideaway, that's a not enough mining station, too many bases around. What's that? That's a station. Oh man. Well, go do that. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm just tired of looking through that. Okay, what else do we got our forces doing here? Colony troop ship should be ready to load robotics. I think we'll go do that. I think robotics should be finished at Homeworld. Just about, but I'll maybe take what we have. Six will probably be good for a new planet, so we'll just do that, and we'll get you to load troops. If that fleet's still in there when the rest of them are built, we'll pick up the rest of them, but otherwise, because I think I got a colony ship being built to go somewhere, so. Freedom Fleet, you are refueling. Well, defense looks okay, except you're Mark 11s. I should almost get this fleet retrofitted as well. Okay, and there's one of the beacons. Abandoned base discovered. Investigate. And nothing much going there. Oh. Okay. It's a star base with a long-range scanner on it and some Titan beams. Not costing a huge amount of money. Where is it? Wow, that's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a bunch of pirates, so I don't expect we'd keep this for very long. Especially with a slug here. But that base will probably take that out. Okay, you need to go for fuel. Actually, it might be fuel on that base, is there? No. I'm going to go there for fuel. That's fine. So once you're done refueling, let's bring you up to somewhere handy. I think I'll just bring you back up here. So queue next mission to move there. Okay. That's where I think I got that particular Explorer from. And if you missed it, I'm using Explorers with long-range scanners on them as my eyes. It's my long-range scanners. If you can see it behind all this color. And first reserve, second reserve. Do we have a second reserve in this game? Nope, just the one. Yeah, don't mind me. I have other games with different configurations of stuff. So it tends to confuse me just a little bit. Not that it takes much to confuse me, as you all well know. Okay, second ancient fleet is all fueled up. I guess I might as well hit the repair order while you're in there. I think there is a decent spaceport in there, so we might as well heal them up. And we'll get them to go do some stuff. And there's that abandoned capital ship. Investigate. Perfect. Let's see what's on this thing. 658, not overly huge. Some ion cannons, titan beams, velocity shards, high-powered tractor beam. Might be advanced tech. I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking. 364 firepower. That's nothing to sneeze at. I might just utilize this ship for now. You know what? Go to Homeworld Defense. I'll just throw you in there for now. Okay. Actually, after you do that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and an escort got that. Okay, I guess the Explorer didn't make it in here yet. Okay, you're not too far from Homeworld, so that's good. And it looks like we're back in the black as far as cash goes. How's the tax rates doing now that I have those automated? It looks like we're doing all right. It doesn't look like the AI is doing anything stupid. Is that the... that's the base I tried to get rid of. Oh, man. Okay. Where is that place? Right kind of near Homeworld. Select go to. And we'll just pause. Investigate. Okay, we'll run off and take a look at that now. Another slug. Come on. And of course I can't select the station now because of it. Alright, kill the slug. Thank you. Alright. Another starbase. Long range scanners, titan beams, pretty much a carbon copy of what we had last time. There's no shields or armor on it. Wow, that's pretty much useless in there. That is kind of useless in there. I could give it to these guys. Oops. Yeah, I could give it to the Sluken Collective. Because I can't see myself using it much, and that might help with our... I think I tried that as far in the Yulta series. It didn't really help our relations any. I just basically gave them something. So I think I might just disband it. Let's get rid of it. Okay, and you can come back up to... I think I pulled you out of... I'm going to pull you out of... I think it was right here. In here somewhere, yeah. So I'm just going to plop you back there. How's our spaceport coming? That's not in there, it's up here. Yeah, I'd like to rename these stars, but I screwed up the password. I'll have to maybe hunt that down if I really want to get in there. Okay, so you guys are killing a slug, among other things. Okay, so how's our spaceport coming in here? Still unbuilt. Yeah, so we got to get some stuff trucked in there before that'll get finished. It kind of looks like we got that under control. So this place is pretty secure right now, which is a good thing. And I just want to see what kind of defense we have on this place. I think we have Loris fruit here. Yes. What all do I have here? My God. Oh, man. I don't think I have any defensive bases. That's kind of hard to tell. I think I'm going to put a couple around these special resource locations. Defensive base. Well, of course, it landed right on top of the planet because I'm in a window, so it got offset weird. Okay, that one's out there. Yeah, maybe throw a third one in here. Okay, so we got 3 defensive bases there. And we'll go up and do the same thing at our Zentabia location, which was Aquarius, I believe. Yep. We don't even have a spaceport. Wait, so we do. Oops. And it's done, and it's being retrofitted right now, so good. So even if I start defensive bases right now, they're not going to get done right away, but I don't think there's a huge amount of problems right at the moment, but we'll at least get them started. Okay. Do a third one. I'll go with the 2 for now. They're fairly expensive to have too, so. And then once that spaceport gets done at the Caribbean location, we'll get a couple of defensive bases in there. Because I think if we end up in an Empire war, those 3 spots are going to be the first targets. They're going to want those resources. I should almost check the troop levels on those places too. Yes, we could use more troops. Elite battle swarms. Not bad, but and okay. So we got some decent troops on the ground anyway. Okay, so we should be fine as far as ground. As long as nobody can land on those handily, I think we'll be fine. Okay, how is our first assault doing? Did you get retrofitted? Yes, what were we up to? I think we were just trying to figure out what to do with you. We do have 1 damaged ship here. I'm just going to hit the repair button on that for the moment. What is this? 284. I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't retrofit this. No, I'll leave it for now. But yeah, I should almost look at retrofitting some of those acquired designs. Alright, what I might do, just to see where we're standing on. Oh, I renamed those to First Assault. Or First Invasion, actually. Let's come in here. Okay, we got Experienced Mortallins, Armored Forces, green. Green, experienced. Okay, I might as well pick up these. I'll leave the planetary defense, of course, so we'll ungarrison. And maybe we'll ungarrison some of those. I'm not sure what the troop loadout's going to work out to yet. But okay. That might fill that fleet, but I'll maybe ungarrison a few more of these. And we will issue a load order. And we'll see what we fill up like. I still got to leave room for special forces, but I could do that on the second fleet maybe. Take the second fleet in first to drop. And I guess I'm going to need an assault fleet in here with these too. So I think we got the first. I got to wait for a while before these troops are done anyway. So what I might do is just go out and do a bit more clobbering of pirates. Once this ship is done repairing, just wondering whereabouts you are. Looks like you're right there, so you should be done just shortly. Unless our spaceport's all plugged up, of course. And it's not, so that should be done fairly soon. Now, second assault is doing what? Moving to planet. Okay, so you're there. For now, I'm just going to hit the refuel order on that, just to get you guys started on that. And then we'll do the retrofit. And where is this? And good luck with that. Okay. Well, one thing about it with the computer upgrade, I'm not chugging along as bad as I was. It's still a big game and is still using... yeah, I'm like well in excess of 3 gigabytes physical RAM being used right now. So my old machine was 3 gig total. But CPU, we're sitting at about 60%, which is perfect. And what else is going on? We have boarded and captured another ship. And we got a mining station under attack. It's not done yet, so that's going to fall. That's fine. And we are in Nintan. The Crudos seem to be all over my territory here. Hopefully they're going to help out with these pirates. I do have one escort in the area. Oh, it's firing anyways, even though it's not done. Okay, we've got lots of boarding on there, but is it enough? I doubt it'll be enough for this attack. Oh, here comes some more of my ships. Okay, looks like we're going to hold them off. Yep, perfect. So I think my spaceport designs are doing pretty good. Or mining station designs are pretty good. And they're going to start having fighters on them shortly here. Okay, let's have a look at this. Firmus 3, I don't think you've suggested that one yet. 28, it's actually fairly big. It's in our area. It's got Icarus meat on it and carbon fiber. 71%, not too great, but yeah, I'll approve that one. And speaking of approve, Colony Troop Fleet has 6 of those on it. They're probably ready to pick up the rest of those now. Yeah, so let's just ungarrison those. Ungarrison, please. Okay. And we will load troops. And then you're ready to go to whatever colony we settle next, if we didn't do one already. Check on that. Nope, looks like we're... Nope, looks like we're good for now. Oh. Actually, what I do want those guys to do once they're done, I want you to go to this place. Yes. Okay, I'm going to interrupt that order. Just drop the 6 here. I see we got a pirate there anyway, so let's just drop the 6 here. In the meantime, I will build some more robotics. I generally use robotics for these new colonies that I build. Because there's generally nothing much really to protect. You might as well put the cheap troops on them to do it. And later on, if we need to protect better, we'll put better troops, get some planetary defense or whatever. Alright, so that's going to go do that. Let's go build some more of those robotics. And I have no idea how many I'm building. I'm just laying on the button for a bit. And we will garrison those. So we don't have any rogue ships picking them up. Garrison. Alright, so that's all set up. And how did that first invasion fleet turn out? 7,400. Okay, 40 infantry, 17 armor. Is that the loadout? 44 and 16. Okay, so that means there should be enough room left for some special forces, which is perfect. So we'll leave that. Now, second invasion, did it get finished yet? It is finished. So let's bring you over here. And I think first invasion, I might just pull out of here just in case there's a bit of a problem. Should I pull that back to homeworld? I might as well, just to have a bit of protection around that fleet. I don't want it to get destroyed with all those troops on it. So we'll bring that out. We'll swap the other one in, and we'll pick up whatever we build there. We are still building there, are we not? I'm pretty sure we are. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we're at 26 minutes, and I think this might be the last episode for this session. I recorded 5 at this point, so I think I might be shutting it down for the day at this point. Should maybe take a few minutes and just sort of bookmark where I was on all this stuff. I'm probably going to come back to this like within the next few days. Probably once these ones publish, I'll come back and I'll do another run before I start up another Distant World series. So there'll be 2 runs of this series go before I get distracted with another one. Not a hope. How's our... Oh, yeah. We'll grab that later. How's the spaceport happening? 40 still? We built one unit, or one component, I think. It's just the private sector's not going to come in here with all the pirates doing this. Which is a bit of a problem. Yes, I need to get that spaceport built. That's a major issue right now. Oh, what system are you barking about? Okay. Is that an... Oh no, that's a Comino world. Do I even have ships in there? Oh, looks like I might have a couple. No. Oh, there's one ship right there. I don't know why you're here. You're probably escorting a freighter or something. Okay, well, not much I can do about that. So just let that go. And speaking of escorts, have any of those upgraded? Yep, 2 of them have. I got them on automatic retrofit because they're all automated. So there's the AI will pull them in whenever it gets a chance. So rather than me pulling all of them in... how many do we have? We've got 148 of them. So instead of me pulling 148 in manually, I'm letting the AI do it slowly. I think at this point it's no problem to do that. Okay, maybe we'll throw the influence bubbles on here for a sec and just have a quick look. And I see the Akuru are down into this area now too. Man, they must love pirates. Now, there's a pirate planet in here, which is a problem. I'd love to go in there and grab that, but it's going to cause some problems with the Akuru. We have problems with the Akuru anyways. They're not liking us very much. Oh, back +9. They were at 0. Yeah, coveting our colonies and resources because our borders are so tight now. So we might end up having a problem here. And we are admired now. Or they're admired. we're heroic. So if they're admired, that means they've been clobbering pirates too, which is probably a good thing. So we're 30 minutes. I think we will just bring this one to a close. We'll just come up to the big map and just see how we're doing here. So we're up in here. We're down through here, so none of that's changed at all. The Akuru are coming down to this side, I see. I'm just trying to remember if it was the Kominos in here had these two planets and they've taken them off of that. Let's just go have a look at the diplomatic situation for a sec. Kominos. They're furious. So it's quite possible they did that and they've just gone to peace recently. I wasn't really paying attention there. Yeah, have a quick look at our diplomacy here. So the Slukins like us. No problem there, so I'm not expecting too many problems. And they are coveting our stuff, but we do have lots of good stuff going on. Our good reputation right now is helping us immensely. Plus 22 just from stomping the pirates. Who else we got here? The Kuru we just looked at. The Tikans are under subjugation. We're getting like 250k off them a year, so we're going to make sure that we keep that. I'm trying to keep them as pleased about it as possible, too. I'm trading our stuff with them. Our Loris fruit, carabin, spice, and Centavia fluid. That, in turn, is helping their economy. That, in turn, is helping what they're paying us. So it's a good thing all around. So I wouldn't mind actually keeping them subjugated and happy if I possibly could. I'm just wondering if we can just... I'll just send them a bit of money here. 29, there we go. So that's going to keep them. I don't know whether they'll actually turn around and go to war with us under this situation. I know they definitely want to be released, but yeah, we're getting way too much money to actually let that happen. Yeah, what is the actual... Yeah, 230. It's actually dropped a little bit, but that's fine. But yeah, that's a huge chunk of coin. If we lose that, that's going to put our cash flow majorly into the red. So I just as soon hold on to that agreement as long as possible, at least until we maybe get this homeworld. Just have a look at that again here for a sec. What kind of quality planet is that? 86%, 29, so it's a fairly big planet. 890k revenue, that's not bad. It's not the greatest either, but it's probably because it's only 86%. And they got Magellan's Nut and all that good stuff. So, and they have Armored Factory, Military Academy, Science Academy, Naval Academy, and Robotic Troop Foundries. They're not building any robotic troops though. Now, hopefully they do all their defense with robotics. That'd be awesome. We can just walk through that. Anyways, let's come in and look at the next person here, which is the Tarsant Conformity, who are over here with a couple colonies in that system there. Yeah, they're pretty happy with us. 9k. So they're not a big trading partner, but... And the Calestis is a big trading partner. They're our biggest trading partner. And these are the Boscarans over here. And like I said earlier, we had a protection pact with them. The Tikans went to war with them, which brought us into the war. And then I made peace with the Tikans and subjugated them. So that's how all that came about. But they're far enough out of the way. I don't expect a huge amount of problems with them. And they're pretty happy with us anyways. So we'll try to keep them in our back pocket as well. And then we got the Tucan Hive, which are way down here on the other side of the Slukins. How do the Slukins feel about them? Okay, they're friendly. Okay, so that's a friendly thing going on there. Perfect. We have formed beneficial treaties with our friends, so that's helping us. Yeah, the Slukins I just assume not get into any issues with if possible. I'm just going to see who... yeah, it's the only other friend they have, so... So we're not doing too bad when we look at the diplomacy end of it. For a game I set to chaos, it's actually not turning out too bad. Okay, I guess we'll slip in here for a second. Just, of course, we can't see anything there. I don't know whether I'm gonna. We've got 818, and I think the Tikans are ahead of us. Yeah, the Tikans are ahead of us, so that puts us to second place. think we're in second place. We are in second place. Okay, good. Yeah, I just don't have the victory conditions enabled to judge that at a glance, so I kind of have to look through the scores to figure that out. Perfect. And there's our collaborative victory right there. Okay, I'm not going to go through the achievements. Nothing really interesting to see there. Rocket and population. The Kuru have more territory, but we're working on colonizing a few more planets, and hopefully we can take a few in the near future here. Economy, of course, the Tikans are always at the top. So they're all friends that are doing better than us in economy, so that's a good thing. Strategic value, we're number 1. Military, we're number 1. And we have the top colony. And another quick look in here. Yeah, so we have well over 1,000 ships in our empire. So, and that's another thing I keep seeing at the Distant Worlds forums, people complaining about late game performance, and the first thing they say, I'm playing with 40 empires. Well, there's a reason you're having late game performances, because you're playing with 40 empires, and all those have thousands of ships each, and the computer has to actually track each and every one of those ships, all the orbits, everything. So you load up your game. I don't care if you've got an i7, top end i7 or what, you're going to run into some lag under a situation like that. And in fact, I'm noticing that Distant Worlds only uses 1 core. I have 4 cores, and Distant Worlds only uses 1 of them. My recording software uses the other 3, thankfully. But so yeah, if you're having late game issues with performance, definitely crank back the difficulty or the amount of civs on the map. If you load up the vanilla game without any mods, the maximum number of AI players you can have is 19, and that is developer recommended as the maximum. I know the mods put them to 40 and all that kind of stuff, but I read that as the developer is suggesting 19 max. So I probably will never go over 19 myself just because of that. And anyways, that's enough of a ramble on that. So I'll bring this to a close. I know there was some suggestions to do a few other things, especially from Zachary Lazen. He's suggesting I do things like build repair depots and stuff like that, which I haven't quite got around to. I'm getting the fuel stuff sort of sorted out now that he was suggesting. Logistics is a prime problem right now, and I just got to sort of wrap my head around and getting that hammered down a little better. So don't take it to heart if I haven't used any suggestions. This game is just a nightmare, and if I overlook doing something, then it's not because I don't like your suggestions. It's just I don't think of it. So anyways, we'll leave it at this, and if you're still with me, we'll catch you next time.